So I wanted to do a little bonus video about the makeup that I like and use. All of these options are pretty lightweight. I do have a slightly more coverage option, but I never wear anything that's a super high coverage. So I can't suggest anything off the top of my head for that. But these are all really great options. Most importantly, they have SPF in them. So that's something I always look for. And you're gonna get a little bit in makeup because makeup usually has titanium dioxide in it, which, as you'll learn on week 6, is one of the physical SPF ingredients. So this is a brand that I really like. I'm pretty sure you say, that's upside down, there you go. So this one I wear on a daily basis. It's called Sun Visor and it's SPF 35. So it's a moisturizer and has a little bit of a tint. It's really glowy, so it helps to even out imperfections, but again, it doesn't have a lot of coverage, which I really like because it doesn't really look like I'm wearing anything. This one is by the same brand and it's called Slip Tint. So this one is also SPF 35. This one has a little bit more coverage, and I don't wear this one as often because I find it necessary to blend it with a beauty brush. And frankly, I'm just too lazy to get my brush out most days, because this one I just slap on with my hands, gently. So, but this is a really good option for if you did want something that has slightly more coverage. And if you like the process of using more tools, because it is fun and it feels luxurious to use. So this is another option. I saw it on Queer Eye. Jonathan Van Ness recommended it and I bought it immediately, and it's really awesome. It's worth the hype. So it's Ilia. This is the True Skin Radiant Priming Serum. So this one you apply and wait about 60 seconds and it gets slightly tacky. And then over top, you apply the Super Serum Skin Tint, and it comes in a range of colors. So this one you can use a brush to blend, but it's really not necessary. And when it first goes on your skin, it's gonna look a little bit off, and then it adjusts within like 30 to 60 seconds. So these are what I usually wear on a daily basis, but again, if I don't wanna deal with 2 steps, I just do the Sun Visor, which is just the 1 step, and it's moisturizing enough that you really don't need an oil or moisturizer underneath it, although some days I do use both. And then this, I don't know of any other product I would recommend by Clinique, but this little tube of concealer is so awesome. You're not supposed to keep makeup this long, but I think I've had it at least 3 years and there's still a lot left and it still works really well. And it has some salicylic acid in it, which again, I don't normally use all over my face. I find it to be too harsh, but it's really good for spot treating. So when you put it on a blemish, which is the only thing I really use concealer for, because I'll have breakouts like once a month, sometimes more often. Not only is it covering it up, but it's also treating it. And usually when I take my makeup off at the end of the day, the blemish will look better. So I love that. It's easy to feel personally like kind of gross if I'm caking stuff on, especially if I'm breaking out. It's easy to feel like my skin is gonna get worse. But with this, I never worry about that. And so I'll show you how to use the 2 Ilia products and the concealer, because that's what I'm gonna do today. So it's really important to shake them both up. What I do, just because I'm real detail oriented, is I squeeze this so that what's in the dropper comes out, so that when I shake it and then fill the dropper back up, the dropper is being filled up by the mixed product. Because if what's in the dropper is in there while you're shaking it, you're just shaking that small amount up. So that's how I do it. And then I'm gonna put just a couple drops directly onto the skin and spread it evenly. I really love that this doesn't have any silicones in it. It's hard to find anything definitive one way or the other on silicones, like so many ingredients. Some people really hate them. Some people say that the studies show that they're awful, and some people say they're fine. In makeup, it's more common, and I feel like not as big of a deal to use silicones because it creates a smoother surface, but I personally look for silicone-free products just because they're out there, and it's one more thing I can avoid using that I'm not really sure if it's the best for my skin. So that's on there, and it's been a little bit, so it feels tacky, which is what you want. And then same thing with this, I squeeze the dropper out, shake it up, and then drop directly onto my skin. Sometimes I miss, so I put my fingers underneath. So you can see that, number one, I got way too much up by my hairline, and it's not exactly the same color as my skin, and that is okay because in 30 seconds it will be. So I think you can see pretty well. It matches, and it's going to give you a dewier look. All of these products I recommend will do that because that's the look that I really like. And if you'd like recommendations on a more matte product, just let me know and I can help you find something. And then I've had these fun little breakouts for a little while because my skin likes to stay red even after the blemish is mostly healed. So I'm using literally that much of this concealer, and I just tap it on and blend outwards with my finger. And for me, that's good enough. I'm happy with how my skin looks. I don't have to worry about it the rest of the day. And I know my skin is protected with SPF. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any recommendations for me, I would love to try them. I really like trying new things. But happy learning, and I'm so excited for you to start your skincare journey with me.